Yo, what is up guys? Guido here, back again with another mini bike Motovox build video. And from the last video that you guys watched, we were stripping this whole entire bike down, mocking it up, welding on our extension tabs, and then we went and sent it off to the powder coater to get the frame powder coated. Now, I've got the frame back, and check it out. This was obviously the before of the bike. When I first got it, it was all just nasty, janky, the paint's super faded, and now check it out. It is a brand new bike. Stretched 8 inches, looks super duper cool. This thing is gonna rip once we get a motor on it. So that's a little teaser for you guys. Let's get straight into this video of getting all the parts and stuff on there. Now, would you guys just check this thing out? It is not appearing on camera of how nice this red is, but man, this thing just looks beautiful. It's perfect. Looks like completely different on camera than it does in person, but this is a super high gloss racing red with a silver metallic flake in it. I'll get it out in the sun once it's all together and you guys can really see how shiny this thing is. But this thing turned out exactly how I wanted it to. It looks awesome. So my first plan of action is I'm gonna install my foot pegs. Now, I stripped this whole entire thing down. I took out the bearings, I took out everything for this thing to get powder coated. So what I'm gonna be doing is I got my foot pegs powder coated as well, the same color, and I'm gonna be reinstalling them. All right, so I'm gonna be installing the foot pegs. Now, as you can see, I also got these powder coated as well to match the bike, of course, and I'm gonna be installing these real quick. So you can see I already put the spring back on there. It's pretty easy. You kind of just gotta slip it on over. And the way to actually install this is it's gonna go right on here like this, and then you're gonna slip your bolt in. All right, so you can see I got it all on there, and it works perfect. It's, you know, the little stoppers at the bottom of this here. So say if I'm going around a corner and I hit something, this will be able to flex up. So that's on there installed perfectly. I'm just gonna tighten my nut on here and use my wrench and my socket to tighten it down. And it'll be the exact same process for the other side. Alright, so now what I'm going to do, since I had to take out the bearings and everything on this for it to get powder coated, I'm going to put them back in. So this is the one that goes on the bottom, which I'm just going to kind of line up. And boom, with a little bit of YouTube editing magic, the bearings are in. Alright, so I just got the bearings and everything all installed. I'm going to put the front forks on right here, making sure this is all aligned, which it is. And now I'm going to put the front forks on. Alright, so now I'm going to put the rear wheel on. I'm going to put my bolt with my spacer through right here. And just kind of let that thing hang there for a second. I got my wheel here. I'm just going to snake that through. And just like that, the rear wheel's installed. Take your nut, and just like that, the rear wheel's on. Alright, so I'm going to be installing the cockpit now. So I already have these bars right here, which was actually from my other mini bike, but they had like the regular, you know, yellow Pro taper pad. I actually switched it out and got this bigger red one, which looks awesome because it matches the paint, and it's gonna look super sick on here. So pretty much I just have the regular gray Pro taper pillow top grips. I have these on my other bike, except these are gray, so it'll match all my chrome accents and stuff that I'm gonna do, all the chrome and silver. And then I also did this silver, I don't remember the brand of this, it was on Amazon. It's a quick race throttle, so it's supposed to, you know, be faster off the line. You know, you can, I don't know, we'll see, we'll test it out. But it's super cool, and it's got this silver braided cable, which will look awesome. Like I said, I'm gonna have a lot of chrome. The whole motor is pretty much gonna be chrome on this thing, so it should look super duper cool. and the red fits the paint pretty well. So I'm gonna go ahead and install these on here real quick. I also have, I think they're like a 1-inch rise handlebar mounts that I got. I actually had to cut and modify them a little bit, but they're gonna look super cool on here. All right, got that one on. I also have washers and nylon locking nuts I'm putting on the bottom of this, because I don't want these backing out when I'm, you know, going super fast and stuff down the road. So, all right, and now I'm gonna tighten these things down and kind of get it aligned of where I'm gonna want this thing to sit. Oh man, and check that thing out. The risers are all installed and tightened down. This thing's looking good. Like I said, there's gonna be a lot of chrome and silver on this bike, so the risers, the grips, and the throttle is gonna match. I'm not too sure what I'm doing for a gas tank yet, or how I'm gonna route the throttle cable, so I kind of just left it as it is. I still need to get a seat for this thing. I'm planning on doing a pretty cool looking seat and getting it reupholstered with some stuff embroidered into it. But pretty much that is how she's looking right there. I'm really happy with how this turned out. With the frame and everything, the stretch kit, everything about it looks really good. It's a solid little ripper. This thing should be able to handle the speeds that I'm going to be throwing at it. And there's plenty of room to do something crazy with the motor. I'm planning on just doing a built 212, but I mean, there's plenty of room in here. I could easily probably do like a 301 or a 420 if I wanted to. So now all I really have to think about is just a gas tank location. I'm not too sure what I want to do with that yet. All I know is I'm most definitely not going to do the stock gas tank. But that is how she's looking. I'm going to put her in the sun and do a little montage so you guys can see the flake on this bad boy. All right, and right before the montage I'm about to do, as I said, I needed a seat. So what I did, I got a Motovox seat, got it custom upholstered. Check this thing out. This looks awesome. The diamond stitching that I went with and the edging, this thing turned out super cool. It's gonna look awesome on this bike. It's gonna fit the bike very well. And let's go ahead and get this thing installed so we can finish this roller. Man, and check that thing out. It looks sick on this bike. It totally fits it. The red matches perfectly. And I'm literally in love with the seat. It looks perfect. Awesome. Now montage time so you guys can check out this paint in the sun. And that was the montage, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you guys have been enjoying this little series with this bike of everything that we did with this thing, getting it running, stripping it down, getting it powder coated, doing all the welding and the stretch work on this thing. I hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure you guys stay tuned. You do not want to miss the next videos that I have coming up for this thing. Installing a big brake kit, spending thousands in this motor, getting this thing revving up to 9,000 RPMs, and hopefully trying to get past 70 miles an hour with this thing. You do not want to miss the next videos that are coming out and the videos that I have planned for this thing. Make sure you guys like and subscribe, and peace.